Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you back to Prison Architect Megamax V2. We are trying to create some more prison cell blocks. This one is under construction, and we are adding the water pipes. We are adding, apparently, is what I was going to say, but then stopped myself. Thankfully, I did. And there was also what seems to be a little bit of a asymmetrical design here with the water pipes. Glad I caught that before anyone decided to throw themselves off a bridge. Helps out tremendously. There we are. Let's just shove them all in there. So we need to get all the pipe work done up here. We also need to finish construction on the bottom section right here. We have added the walls, so it is a building now. However, you know, we've got to finish off all these little bits. And we haven't even done this yet, technically speaking. So I suppose we probably shouldn't jump ahead of ourselves. You know what? I kind of like jumping ahead of myself. Myself. What the hell am I trying to say? Myself. There we go. It just makes my life slightly easier. I'm a little bit disorientated right now. It's Friday night. The feeling is right, and I don't usually record on Fridays. It tends to be very rare, and it usually is the day where I am the most fatigued out of all of them. So I'm a little bit just completely screwed today, so that's fine. Just don't worry about that. I mean, it's not really any different from usual anyway, so it should be fine. We have a fairly high danger level, as is usual in our prison. So we're just going to sort of be, you know, doing what we usually do. Monitoring our prison in certain areas. You know, all of this lot. Still very much annoyed that their clothing isn't being dealt with. And I'm still very much... Okay, I was really confused then. And I'm still very confused as to why their clothing is not being dealt with. We've got a laundry room right here. Doesn't seem to do anything. So, yeah. Let's go over to laundry distribution. This is still fine. It's very odd to me that this is a problem when we have a laundry area right here. Maybe we just need more cleaners. Maybe we should hook them up to these bigger laundry zones. But I'm pretty sure I have people work in them. Maybe it's just a case of having a few more janitors. I know it's a little bit crazy just to go for 10 janitors straight up. All of them are just immediately trying to clean the laundry area. What we might also want to do is change the flooring in here as well. Maybe that's why they're not going in there, because the flooring, a little bit out of date. It makes them feel a little bit ill. I can understand that. They're already cleaning some of the Supermax areas. Also, where's that last infected person? The person in here is dead. The dog killer, which is great. I might add Andrew Hancock. Got his just desserts, still pretty much dissolving in his own blood and putrid intestinal tracts. Just try to say something else there, but intestinal tracts is what came out, so that's good. Liking that. Gonna keep that closed as his tomb for pretty much the rest of time. It might be just sort of like a cool way to escape. Maybe you break through it and there's just a tunnel that takes you all the way out of the prison. But the first thing you've got to do is lift up this guy's body as some sort of manhole cover. Literally a manhole cover for a hole. And beneath the benevolence of nature itself, you will gain a waft of pure death itself. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to leave it the way it is. We still need to also add a few things to here, including getting rid of this lovely bookshelf. That would be a good idea. And also the uniforms. Not really something I care too much about. Gang members starved to death. There are a few people that are still starving to death, which is quite interesting. At the moment, death row is sort of just sitting there, and apparently this door servo is not connected. It is connected, but no one's at the station. Interesting. Is it because the door servo's not working as intended? Let's just lock open for now. And we'll do the same thing here. We're probably just going to have to disconnect these servos and put them in a different way. Maybe it needs to go over the door. I remember trying to sort this out ages ago and it's bloody annoying. Okay. I remember figuring this out. Hold on a second. Do we have any doorways that are just a single door that we have open? I'm pretty sure we don't. Or maybe we do over here now that I think about it. Yeah, we do. It works like this. I'm pretty sure I've seen people jump into that armory. So it shouldn't really be much of an issue. Maybe the other way around. Yeah, maybe because it opens that way, we need to have the servo on that side. Maybe that's the case. And these power stations are already fairly simple. Do we need to do anything with the regime? Maybe that's a big issue. We've got a lot of lockup, but a little bit of free time in the Supermax section, which is okay. I think we're done with the pipes over here. So now I think the next one is the power. Not to mention the small pipes also need to be placed around. We're going to get the power done first, however. Okay, hold on a second. So which one did we want to connect the power to? I'm pretty sure this green one on the outside still has plenty of juice left to give. Yeah, that should be enough to power up the remaining block here, or the new block, not the remaining block. So we're only going to be taking from the green power source. So pretty much we're just going to be doing that. There we are. And we'll put this one up all the way on this side. That should be able to connect up to everything here. So now it's just sort of getting these straight lines hooked up. There we are. We also have this middle section, which is just here. I think this is meant to be a common room. I'm pretty sure that's the case, so we'll remember that. Also, I'm building over the pipes, which I shouldn't be doing. It's a very silly idea to do that. There we go. Just makes it difficult to perform maintenance tasks if we have a pipe over our electrical stuff. Not to mention, we need a pipe up here as well. Wait, do we? No, we don't. I'm pretty sure this pipe should fit, or should reach, this area. If they sort of if it's a straight connection. So I think it should be fine. There we are, we'll do that. Still kind of worried as to whether or not this side would gain power. I'm pretty sure maybe the further cell blocks might be a little bit too far away. But then again, some of them are already gaining power from this line. Or at least it is from this side, because this door is a thing, I suppose. Speaking of that door being a thing, we may also want to connect up the door servo here. And here. Yep, pretty sure that's what I want to do. And then the same thing on this side and this side. Not the middle bits, however. These need to be activated another way, but this is just an easier way for our... Does it matter which way this goes? Probably does in my head. But in my head it does. It most certainly matters. We will also need to demolish the yard area here, but I think I'm going to do that once I put the walls in first. So once we get all that power hooked up, what I should really be doing here... We got 2 people, so we should be able to keep it all nice and open. As for clothing, the laundromat's sort of busy right now. Gardeners are happy at work. Do we have enough of them? We only have 7. Let's get a few more. Let's make it 11, just to really annoy people. I like the idea of that. Makes me happy slightly. And also, we have a bunch of items in storage right now. I kind of feel like that we should just make this into an extended storage area. Just because we have so much stuff. And more things are coming in. Food is also being delivered, which is fine, because we have plenty of it. Still wondering whether or not I should just have more chefs. Something to think about. How is power going along? We're definitely getting there. We should see how the power is being drained. Still plenty left to go. Is it that one? I'm pretty sure it is that one. And then the other side, I think, is this one. Can't remember, but whichever one's, you know, the least drained is the one that we're going to end up using. It is the morning. They're slightly perturbed, as is tradition. Not many of them are actually annoyed. Mostly it's the armed guards in service, 55, which is causing a little bit of a befuddlement. Also, the riot police are still an issue. We should just get rid of them. Right, let's get rid of the riot police. They've been here for a few days now. I wonder if the total cost just got rid of my entire balance. What if it was something that just said, okay, you've had them for this amount of time, you've got to pay them this much per hour, and the total cost will be presented once you have pretty much released them from their bonds. We should also just get rid of these nurses as well, there's no reason. Or first responders, whatever they're called. Paramedics, there we go. It's another word for them, just completely forgot. Probably should have got rid of the riot police before the feeding time. Not to mention, speaking of feeding time, we don't really have too many guards in here now that I'm paying attention to it. Why are there so few guards? We need to go to deployments. Merva's talking to me right now. There needs to be a hell of a lot more guards than this. At least 4 more, just to help out a little bit. Not to mention this side as well is pretty much a new part of the canteen that we need to extend. Canteen, there we are. Merv's talking to me right now. That's what the weird noises are, by the way. Having a lovely conversation about books and such. We have pay phones, so we're pretty much good in that regard. It's just one giant common room at this point. We just need to put some pool tables in the middle and we'll pretty much be nice and happy. We also need to get some guard patrols on this side, including some armed patrols. Pretty much just one in the middle should do the trick. And then as for normal armed guards, just sort of down like this. There we go. Do we have an armed guard in service? I think we need to buy a few more. Or is that, are we at the maximum? We're not at the maximum. Let's buy 2 more. I'm pretty sure some may have died in the service. Getting this parrot off my computer. There we are. Go over it. He just stands on top of my computer. I think he likes the fan. There's a fan on top of it. I think it just feels good. Okay, fair enough. An armed guard was just apprehended, unfortunately. What took you down? Were you tased? Oh, you tased. Yeah, okay. The hell? The game's running at very slow speed now. Danger levels are fairly high. Let's look at the needs right now. Not too bad, actually. Mostly it's safety. Food is being fairly well taken care of. Exercise, family, and recreation are the sort of biggest ones that we have right now. And I think we're pretty much going to be running into some free time soon. If we look at the regime, we are. Do we need that much eating time? I feel like we still do. The game is still fairly slow at this point. How's the power doing? I'm pretty sure we've just finished connecting everything up. So now it's a case of throwing in a few guard patrols in a minute. In fact, we need to get these cell blocks placed in. We're pretty much getting the top done first before the bottom. It's probably going to be, once again, a multi-episode sort of job. As, you know, the game's fairly slow right now in its extended state. I'm trying to say things in a different way. I don't know why. An extended state. I don't know if that's really what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say. Got to emphasize that T. Let's go to clone. So we want to clone this side. These cells are so expensive. 3 of them is $2,340. That's a lot of money. Well, for 3 cell blocks. In fact, now that I think about it, no, that's actually pretty cheap. I mean, that's the walls and everything as well. Realistically, okay, pretty cheap. But for me, you know, considering how much money we make in this prison per day, which is unrealistic, yeah, just pretty slow. Money in, though, actually, no, we make quite a lot, but we pay quite a lot as well. But still, that's our net, and our net is still a little bit underwhelming. There's so much boxes, so many boxes full of things that we don't really need. I suppose we'll end up using them up, though. There's a few benches in there, I noticed. So where will they be going now? 51 of them are being well treated. Unnecessarily searched. That seems to be a constant one. There are metal detectors sort of miss... You're dead. We haven't really accepted any new people for a while. We probably should get a few more people in. We've still got that legendary prisoner here. Wait, are you dead? Are you the one that died? You are. Okay, then. That's fine. There must be another legendary one poking about, though, other than the one that's already dead. May they never rest in peace. Nope. However, kind of curious what you're doing here, buddy. Your cover's been blown, which is why you're in protective custody. Ed Gibbs, though. 100% coverage. The fuck are you doing here? Okay. Good logistics. There must be a deployment issue. Oh. Yeah. Pretty big deployment issue there. The hell did I do? What happened? What? Anyway. That is... Yeah, that was a pretty significant problem. Solitary remains the way it should be. Visitation down here. Kind of want to make this max sec only and this one could be shared. I don't know if that's really a good idea. We could have some sort of visitation for this lot. But I think what he was trying to do was get something to eat or just chill out in the canteen. A really bad idea. Looks like someone has taken some drugs. Overdosed. Okay. They're suppressed and high as a kite, though. They also have 107 gold monies on them. 107 monies. Also, these books have just been sort of rotting away for pretty much the last century. How are we doing over here? The last century sounds like some sort of Roman film. We are the last century. What's going on over here? I should really... This place is disconnected, right? I should be able to just sort of say this is... Oh, crap. Another death. Oh, you die of an overdose. Okay. Alright, then. Well, that's... You know what? Now that I think about it, weapons are in such a high demand right now. The demand is huge! And drugs. We need to do a shakedown. This is something I just keep forgetting. I want to make this an open-only area, but it's unfortunately not going to let me do that. Why not? It's because of the doorways? This also should be a security room, so we should get that done. There we are. That way we can get ourselves a... Oh, God, that office is annoying. Okay, this could be the sign-in desk. And then a CCTV monitoring in the corner. Don't need a phone tap, just a door control unit right there. And then we, you know, can have a nice sofa area to chill out in. Maybe a radio in the corner. Mini staff area? I don't know. I don't think it's needed. Where's the next staff room? You know, it's probably pretty far away now that I think about it. We could make this into a small staff zone. I don't know what the requirements are. 4x4. I'm pretty sure that's not it. Okay, we could do this. And that technically would be a chill out spot. So I'm fine with that. Maybe a tad bit disorderly, but that's fine. And then a vending machine in the corner. We should also put a door there. Just a normal jail door. One there and one there. Fantastic. And then that's going to have everything that we need inside of that, which is good. And then we'll connect up all the door servos, so we should also get the double doors thrown in. And probably 2 more here as well. Don't need them there, but it would be nice. This might be how we separate everything. Also, are there walls yet? I can't tell. There are not. Okay, throw some walls in there. Danger levels are going down. So someone died of a drug overdose. What time is it right now? It's still sort of midday. This is the problem I have. The best time to do a shakedown is during their sleep time. I mean, it might cause a few disruptions, but for the most part, they're all in their cells. They're all locked up, and that's the main thing. I don't know if just before the sleep time or just before they finish. I don't know what the most optimal time is, but that's pretty much the best bit. Oh, this is a good idea. Yeah, they're all resting now, which is good. It means they don't have to go halfway across the map to rest. So I'm happy about that. All these cells are still taking quite a significant amount of time to finish up. I wonder where the danger level... Oh, wow. People are being well treated. Or all their needs are being taken care of. Very slow to get comfort and recreation sorted out. Wait, what the fuck happened? Oh my word. What happened? Legendary prisoner escape or something? Where is he? He's down here. Okay. I don't think I can... You're not a gang member, right? I mean, there's not much I can do. A doctor died as well. This was horrible. What the fuck happened? Why did we let this happen? I wasn't even made aware of it. Well, I probably wasn't paying attention. A few more armed guards, I suppose. I'm so quick. I feel like the best thing is just to let them sort of get their anger off. I really would like it if I could have just the room... like, just smoked or something. Just gas the room. Make them unconscious. You know, just sort of some sort of way where I can deal with the problem that is expensive, but I don't have to have any of my guards near him, essentially. We can do that there. The staff room, I think, is... There are no prisoners assigned to eat in this canteen. Damn it, I hate... I'm not going to put their needs in. I already have enough problems dealing with prisoners. Ooh, okay. Food has already jumped up again. Can you stop eating seeds, Parrot? You've been good until now. Come on. Give me the seed. There we are. Not on the floor. I mean, it's just the shell. It's not like I'm throwing food away from him. That would be cruel. It's just the shell. He's making noises. I don't really know what he's doing. I don't know what the plan is. But he's doing something and he shouldn't be doing. He shouldn't. Anyway. Let's get just a random 20 prisoners in, you know, just to add a little bit more flourish. Flourish. Ouch. Don't know why I'm saying flourish in such a way, but I am. Anyway.